Case citators for the Environmental Legal Research course at Boston College Law School. Citators are research systems that operate mechanically on the citations found in legal documents. They provide references to all related documents as well as documents that cite the document the researcher began with. One way to find additional cases discussing a point of law of interest is to read the cases cited by a case you have already found. Once a court decision is published, the decision itself almost never changes, but subsequent cases can still have an effect on the law as stated in the case. Citators are a means of leading you to newer cases that cite a case you started with. Originally, Shepard's provided law book owners with stickers that were pasted in the margins of case reporters to alert readers that newer cases cited the cases being read. Shepard soon had too much text to fit in the margins and began being printed as separate books and pamphlets that included the same citing references that had been included in the marginal stickers. If you work someplace where you need to use paper Shepards, there are instructions on how to use the set in the front of the book. Today, Shepard's is available electronically on Lexis and contains the same information that originally appeared in the margins or in the print Shepard's, but in an easier-to-read format with links to cited cases. Shepard's includes a link to a summary of Shepard's content on the side, much like the Shepard stickers in the old reporter volumes. Clicking Shepardize this document takes you to Shepard's citing decisions. This is a reference to any case that has ever cited the case you started with. Results can be narrowed by analysis, which means whether the citing court said something positive or negative about the case, or whether it is merely cited in its decision. By court, by publication status, by how lengthy the discussion of this case is, by the specific headnotes referred to, by the date of the decision, or by searching within the citing cases for words, phrases, or a Boolean search statement. Results can also be sorted by court, analysis, discussion, or date. There is also a Shepard section on appellate history. Because the 1845 case we started with doesn't have any appellate history, let's switch to a different case. This is a 2015 case from the Ninth Circuit. Even though this case is only 4 years old, it has already been cited 89 times in court decisions. But we came to this case to see its appellate history. These are the decisions related to the same litigation that brought about this decision we started with. It's divided into prior and subsequent appellate history. These cases can be appeals or remands or just cases that are related in some way, like involving the same parties and events. Click on the pie chart at the top to see Map View, which shows the relations in time and court level between the various decisions graphically. There is a separate section that includes other citing sources. These can be court documents or primary or secondary sources. While this section can be useful in expanding your research, you must check any negative history or negative treatment by citing cases to see if any of them have an effect on the use of your case as authority. When you view a case on Westlaw, you have access to its citator KeyCite through the tabs at the top of the case. The History tab provides information on other decisions arising out of this lawsuit or other related cases as both a list and a graphic. Citing references includes all documents in Westlaw that refer to your case by citation. Choosing to view the citing cases, you then have the option of filtering your results by jurisdiction, date, depth of treatment, headnote topics, treatment status, reported status, or by searching within your results. One very handy feature on Westlaw is the Negative Treatment tab that brings the negative history and citing references together in one place. A conscientious researcher would definitely want to check every negative reference to see if it has an impact on the validity of the point of law the case is being used for. When you come to a case through KeyCite, your search term was the citation you are key citing, so clicking on the Search Terms link will take you to the section of the citing case that is discussing your case. This makes it very easy for you to see whether you agree with KeyCite's analysis of the case. Bloomberg's BCite is accessible through the BCite analysis icon at the right of the case. It first provides a summary of the analysis and links to the various parts of BCite. Direct history can be filtered as prior or subsequent history or by court or date. Case analysis can be filtered by how a citing case treats your case, the status of the citing case, that is, whether it has had positive, negative, or neutral analysis by its citing cases, citation frequency, court, judge, and date, and non-citing materials are under citing documents and can be filtered by content type or date.